hold, and an operator will be with you shortly.
And safety warnings about medication or whether it's pingdemic again or whatever on my smart device. So I've just ignored them and I've been taking the doctor's advice, and I've been grounding in my garden, keeping myself to myself while changing my diet to counteract the side effects from the medication. I've been eating figs, dates, a lot of fruit to work around any blockage from the nefapam use, because they are painkillers. Okay? Then I don't need a doctor's gloved hand up my backside thinking that there might be a problem there, or any other medication to counteract that, because as the doctor knows, my body is rejecting state medications at the moment. So I have to be very careful what I'm taking. But I've adapted my diet accordingly, and just eating well and relaxing in my garden. I'm not even doing my garden project at the moment while I relax and try and sort this out. Okay. I'm just putting the rebooked appointment date in my diary so I don't forget it. It's only a few days away anyway, so that'll be okay. And I'm staying focused on that because I need to attend that appointment. Okay.
Okay, so you are happy with this?
Yeah. I'm totally happy with the way things are going. I am getting provocations where people are trying to trigger me here deliberately, but I've been logging it, videoing it, and you know, all our social media and phone calls, as we know, are monitored anyway, through whatever the new normal is. So I'm going to leave that at that. I don't want to say any more about that, and I'll see you at the face-to-face appointment when I come down to the doctor's on my mobility scooter, okay? But I'm avoiding any alcohol. If I do use alcohol, which I'm brewing myself, it's to cook sausages in to clean the dirty pig meat, if you see what I mean, and the alcohol evaporates when I cook with it. So it's only apple juice and sausages, isn't it, basically? Yeah. It's a sterilising agent, isn't it? So I don't get worms, if you see what I mean, because it's a funny meat, that, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm avoiding large crowds, not because of COVID or any other reasons, but because of any red flags to do with my PTSD triggers. I don't want to be in those sorts of situations, so I'm just keeping myself to myself at home because I'm trying to cope with that and I'm not sure how to cope with it. So I'm, getting triggered by my neighbours, setting up situations again. But I'm logging it, okay, and doing it that way because I know all my phone conversations and my social media are being logged by those using the Investigatory Powers Act. So everything I've said to my doctor is truthful. Okay, and I'll leave it with him to discuss with his higher ups about changing my medication to the herbal side of it, like I've discussed with him properly. But my body doesn't like the side effects, and I'm having to spend more on my diet now to counteract the state medication, when really I could be taking the private medication, which my doctor is supporting, and not have those problems. Do you see what I mean? So I'm being truthful and honest with you because I know this is a recorded call by yourselves and that, so it's all logged properly with the doctor. Okay? And I'll see you on the date that it's been text through without saying it, okay? All right then, lovely. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you, bye-bye. Right, let's go and put the coffee pot on. My carer left a little bit stressed this morning because he couldn't find a t-shirt. And he got it all wrong. I washed his clean stuff that was on the floor that's got mildew on the floor. So I've got a clean hallway because I was out in the garden at first light this morning cleaning up. Hopefully you haven't been in my room or in his room, Lola. I know you're a good girl, but come on, let's close this. Just watch this. Same as the kitchen light, yeah? Right, as soon as I touch the light switch. Now watch the improvised one that I put up. No problem whatsoever. And it's cheaper than the lighting up there. Right, so that's damp affecting the lights. Not an SLI problem. Damp coming through the walls from the manipulated weather. Right, it's causing a mildew problem that's affecting my breathing even more. Right, there's my side of that with more sugar and more apples to go in it to cook with. No, I'm struggling with that. Then my carers beer cans. I had Rubicon. Yeah, let me show you the light in here. Same thing, right? Same thing with this light socket up here. Look what's around it. Right? Okay. So what's affecting my lungs and making it worse? The landlords and the mildew problem. So, right. Let me make a couple of pots. Breathing in fungus spores, see? Making my health worse, isn't it? Which is why I've been sitting in the garden. I've got rid of it in here. It's actually in the silicone sealant where it wasn't done properly. Bath's clean. That needs washing out. That's only coffee staining. Oh, fucking hell. Excuse my French. So, yeah, the natives in Canada have the same problem with mildew and that. I'm not interested in the Tommy Robinson bullshit that I've just noticed on the internet first thing as soon as I woke up. But I did discuss that with a lovely guy in Florida who taught me the whole process of growing for when and if the system fails and I need to provide for myself. I had a fly right in front of my face there while I'm trying to keep up with the dogs and the cleanliness in the house. But Lola was house clean last night again. I haven't taken my meds yet. They're in my pocket. So as soon as I go out in the garden, I've got both freezers fired up at the moment. So I'm eating well. My weight's starting to go back on again now. So all good on that side of it. But no pain relief yet. I'm starting to struggle. So I've got to watch I don't trip over the dogs while trying to keep my mood and vibration up. Okay, let me just put this down while I put some scoops of coffee in there. My son is also getting followed about, my carer. So, it's not just me that's getting that issue with the Investigatory Powers Act. And even when I go to visit family, I'm getting chucked off the train with my mobility scooter. Right. Then driving into roadblocks as my family tried to get me home safely. So we had to drive past Fort Wood. Just to like thumb my nose at them. Because I know it's them that have been doing the complaining against the posts on my Facebook account. Because they're in the Facebook community. So I can't go and enjoy football with everybody else today. So I wish the team all the luck in the world. And I mean that. But I can't, for PTSD reasons, be around large crowds at the moment in case I get triggered and lose it. If you see what I mean, which would just get me either sectioned, in prison, or shot on the spot. So section, in prison, or killed. Right. So I've been telling the truth, haven't I? And I've got to keep my friends safe and my family safe. So I've got to stay where I'm being closely watched. And if they want to come, they can come. I'm not scared of it. Okay? I can use my SLI ability. Yeah. I was trying to get to Canada, wasn't I? So I was set up so I couldn't travel to Canada, right? Tommy Robinson is facing prison in the UK, so he went to meet the guy that encouraged him to be a reporter, as I discussed with Nays Garden in Florida. Right, let me just turn the Bluetooth off so I can take the Bluetooth speaker out in the garden with me. Right.
Disconnected.
Then the Bluetooth will work on the smartphone out in the garden. Right, so I'll shut down the computer. Because there's nothing wrong being done on the computer, so you can't come and seize my computer for doing anything wrong to see who I'm talking to, because they've already been monitoring it, haven't they? Right. So, right, all my meds are there. I've had my brown inhaler this morning because my breathing's already getting bad. My meds are in my pocket, so everything's close at hand. And the dogs are there to guard me. And they will defend me to the death. So, body count, motherfuckers. Do you want it to go up or leave it as it is? Because I'm trying to live in peace with my Sandringham neighbours, aren't I? But someone is trying to make an issue by provoking and using actors to do it. Correct? But the actor next door's out. The one at the back that's been doing the monitor, she's in. So, there's my vape. That's fully charged now as well. I'll take that out there as well. And then if I don't feel as though I need a cigarette, I can chop and change from the vape to the cigarette, because it's nicotine replacement, yeah? Just as I discussed honestly with my doctor. Right, let's do this, doggies. Just in case I get a fence hopper. Yeah, tools close by. Just in case. What have I done wrong here? See? Sleep deprivation. Yeah, the same as my carer this morning. I left it there. No. You gave me that to put on there, so it didn't get dog hair on it. The other two items I washed are in my wash pile in my bedroom. That's why I can't use my bed, because of the problem with the lighting. Can't have that strobe lighting above my head every time I turn the fucking light switch on. Right. Let's use that extension lead when I turn off the back camera, because I don't need it while I'm sitting in the garden with the dogs, do I? So I can use that extension lead out the window. That can go off because I had a shower last night. We'll go and have a look at the bonfire, because the old smartphone went on it, along with that sabotage burner that was my medical backup phone. Right. Cool. Let's get out here, dogs, shall we? I'll get your water and your food in a minute while my coffee's brewing, and I'll sit down and relax and ground. Yeah, mildew all over the place out here as well, look. Right. But at least I'm being monitored from all angles, eh? Here. God, that concrete's hot. I wouldn't stay on that too long. These paving slabs are hot already. Do your thing, doggies. Is that bonfire all burnt out? All the cardboard and leftover wood was a bit damp, because it was very dewy this morning when I came out here, which is odd because it's been so bloody hot, hasn't it? Should be all bone dry, shouldn't it? Anyway, by the time I've thrown the old smartphone on now, and my medical backup phone that had been sabotaged in case I got mugged of my smartphone. That's why I had a medical backup phone with me at all times, so I could call for help if I needed to. Because they'd both been sabotaged, they went on the bonfire too. So no information could be retrieved from them, since that was the point of it. Very incendiary things, those. Didn't half light that bonfire up when it all caught. I stayed out here until the fire had burnt and I'd heard both batteries go up, destroying those devices. Right. Obviously the cameras are suspect as well, so they can see me sitting here. Right. Same as if I leave the house, they can see me leaving the house. Right. They can see if anyone comes round to watch the football with me. They can see if my carer turns up to check on me as well. I've got new line of sight from over the green that I was keeping an eye on last night, because the dogs were alerting me to something out the front of the house last night, and then I heard the car door shut over the other side of the green, and I thought, well, they're on foot. They're trying to listen at the windows then, because someone else is here. Right, and what was we watching last night? New Amsterdam. Quite a good series, that, on Netflix. TV aerials cut properly. I don't watch any live TV on my computer, which they're monitoring, so they know that to be truthful as well, so they can't use that to come and harass and bully me at my front door or at my property. Which leaves the neighbours that want to set me up, right? The actors that they're using. Right? Because I know all about the codes of use on the ukgov.com's website and how they employ actors for gaining information that they're after, and they don't care if they mess someone's mental health up, because it's all about the information that they're after. They don't care if they set someone up and put them in prison where there's listeners in prison and you're videoed from every angle. Yeah? Well, they say to my cellmates, you need the regime, yes? So you need to go and have a shower now. I said to my cellmate, I said, you need someone to tell you when you need to have a shower, right? So you need the regime, the government and that, don't you? Because they're telling you what to do, when to do it, and blah, 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 and it's fucked up your mental health. Yeah, that was the schizophrenic cellmate. And I helped him with that. He calmed down, stopped talking to himself. Marnie, stop eating grass, I'll get some dinner in a minute. Look at that, there's a daddy long legs on the wall, just by where the, there you go, that's why I said stop eating the grass. Now they shouldn't be out until October, so why is it sitting on the wall above? Yeah, well, you're making yourself sick, aren't you, Marnie? Stop it. Don't. Yeah, meat, kibble, egg, cheese. You don't need grass on your diet as well, do you? Grass is something you cut and you burn. Right? So when the soil remediation's done, I'll then cut it, put it on the concrete in this heat, let it dry, and then I'll burn it rather than give it to the council to sell me back as energy. That's it. Say good morning to Marnie, to Lucky. So yeah, I was actually sitting on the bench there, waiting for the car to drive off. But because I didn't go in when they wanted me to, because they was trying to intimidate me back indoors, I sat on the table there, just watching and listening while the security light played about, because I was triggering it. So I just watched and listened for the car door to shut, which it did. Then they saw that I wasn't going indoors, so it didn't drive away. Right? Oh, that's a lovely cooling breeze, just at the right moment, isn't it? Hey? Don't be eating grass over there either. Ah! I just bit it on the bonfire. Here comes the rough as fuck lot overhead, or the USAF. I emptied out my bank account by £6 yesterday on purpose. Because what would a man do with that much money and an England match? He'd either go and get that or he'd go and get that, wouldn't he? And enjoy himself with the football. So I'm doing neither. And I'm sitting tight. What's that song? Money in my pocket and I just... Yeah? Well, and I do love a dude. Lot more peaceful than earache off a woman. Sorry, ladies, but it is. Good medicine. There's only 4 scoops in it today because I don't want to be hyper and alert all night. Like I've just discussed, because that's why I did it that way yesterday. Right, out you go before we get more flies in the house. Move it. Because of the state of the cleanliness in the kitchen. But the state of the cleanliness on that tells you it's not just a problem in the house, is it? So it's got to be caused by the odd weather that's being manipulated, hasn't it? Correct. And we know that's a military grade technology, the same as our smart devices. Right, out. So control through medication. Control through making you live in little tacky fucking boxes instead of being free to move about the country as you want to. Right. So, yeah, I'm living like a native at the moment, aren't I? Organised chaos. That's anarchy, isn't it? Correct? Which they can't control. Why are you chasing light reflections, Hulkster? Right? Why are you chasing light reflections? Just 2 sneezes. Is there a third one there? COVID is bullshit! Yep, there was a third sneeze there. That'd be the pollen and the pheromones then, wouldn't it? And the other one must be bullshit. There you go. Truth spoken on a video again. You will take these jabs, you will stand this far apart, you will march up and down when we tell you to. What's it all for? Fuck Ukraine and fuck their war. How do you pronounce Ukraine? UK rain. Can't see a rain cloud in the sky, can you? So I guess that rain's over them. It's a lovely sunny day and the creator's smiling down, isn't he? Correct? Oh, I'm going to have my coffee. Convert the poison that I'm given to take by the state medical services. Now I'm going to piss in a bucket and throw it back in their faces as it dries into the fence panels down the end of the garden. Right? You know what the old East End used to be like? They used to keep a cup of piss on the windowsill next to the front door for when the wrong uns come and bang on the door and give them shit. And it was in your face. Fuck off. Right? We used to fill water pistols up with it. From the top windows. That's a nice looking dark cup of coffee, that, isn't it? 4 scoops of Java. It's half the strength of yesterday's though, the 7 scoops. But I needed that for what I was doing last night. Oh, sweet as, that's just right. 7 sweeteners in it. Which make you hyperactive because of the chemicals in that. If you see what I mean. So I don't need ADHD medication, do I? Because I'm using coffee to do the same thing in the sweeteners. To speed my body up. To calm that down. So I don't need Ritalin or anything else, do I? Because I'm using natural substances to do it. Along with something that ain't natural to do it. So for every poison, nature has a remedy, doesn't it? Are you trying to kick off those other shitty dog fence panels that I'm going to put down the end of the garden? Because someone is trying to manipulate me to put a fence up for her. So she can have the shitty old panels. Right? Just so I don't have to look at it no more. Right. Well, we have decent fencing over this side of the thingy, and all the men can live in peace without the women manipulating them over that end. Yeah? But there's good women amongst it as well. But there's an instigator that's getting neighbour fighting against neighbour. Right? While pretending to help. It's a bit like giving you a very loud stereo, isn't it? Out of kindness. Until you work out that if you use the stereo loudly, you're then being complained about for the noise. So it's all for what reason? That's right, to play games. Right. Anyway, I'm going to have a lovely cigarette. As soon as my good doctor's sorted that out, then I can legally have my medication in a vape or a cigarette, however I choose to do it, in moderation, for the pain, diet, sleep, everything else, because it does multiple things. Right? But it also allows